Here we are at Rockhill Sound to interview Tre Pounds.
What up, dog? Welcome to the studio, y'all. Come on, check the place out.
Hell yeah, RoX-TV, man. It's my fucking guy right here. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little like front lobby room where people can, you know, warm up and stuff on the piano. This is where the mad scientist, my homie Kevin Sharp, you know what I'm saying, patches stuff in on this old school ass modulator over here. You know what I'm saying? Come up in here, you can get some fucking trippy sounds. It's the main room that we work in. So basically this room, I'd say out of all the rooms, has like the best sound and acoustics, you know what I'm saying? So, and this board is from like Europe or some shit, so come check out the live room. This is where basically, you know what I'm saying, if you have a whole band, we'd set up live drums and all that stuff and record everybody. We got the mic booth set up in here. So you can cut through here and get to the other studio right here too. This is the room I work out of most of the time to record vocals. I get a good workflow out of here.
This is the Tre Pound Dungeon.
The old board from Devotti Studios, you know, recorded Malik from the Cheddar Boys on that board. I've recorded E40 on that board. You know what I'm saying? I worked with Eazy-E's son on that board. So that's my baby, you know what I mean?
Fuck a zigzag, I'ma use a white owl. In a hotel, I'ma use a white towel. Bad bitch on the bench, shut the lights out. Get high, then I'm gonna lay the pipe out. I ain't playing, Mary Jane helps me maintain the same mind frame. Some hoes like to sniff cocaine. That ain't my style, girl, that's your thing. In my brain, THC receptors. Only recepting blessed with the best herbs. Hydroponic, so we fuck with Lester. Hit the blunt till my fucking chest hurt. I'm trying to roll up, ain't trying to hold up. Prefer the blunts, but I smoke your bows up. Like to smoke up, watch it float up. Now I'm blow, what the fuck, man, hold up. I forgot why I'm so stressed, now I'm not. I'm so blessed, I love weed a lot. Don't need a lot, but I chief a lot. I love to get so high. So high, so high. Maybe get some pie. Yeah. Till the day I die. Okay. RoX-TV.
It all started down the street with a guy named Dave Monster, who was my buddy, and we were like little kids. And he had a guitar, and I was like, I wanted an instrument. I ended up getting a piano, and we would like jam in the garage and like make goofy songs and stuff. And Dave actually is in a band called Acid Witch now. I don't know if anybody's heard of them, but they're still out here doing shows and they're doing their damn thing. So shout out to Dave, fucking Dave M. He was one of my first friends that ever influenced me to do music. So we'd make little recordings at home, you know what I'm saying, with a little tape machine. And, you know, I did that for a while. When I bought the drum machine, that was a big deal, you know what I'm saying? And I tried recording at home with that a little bit, but it was just like whack freestyles, just to be honest. You know what I mean? Like practice. Also, after that, me and Mike from the Toxsick days, we met up with this dude named John, and he had a little 4-track. So we would record there. We made a couple songs there before we were even called Toxsick. I think we were like C4 in the Bomb Squad or something different at that point.
You want some shit? Just call me the Tack. I'll hook you up with the best pill, best pill.
I mean, I really started as trying to rap, you know what I'm saying? And when I wanted to be a rapper, I was like, if I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna need beats. So then I wanted to buy a drum machine. So me and my homie from my old group, Mike Lynch, and fucking my brother, we all pitched in and we got an MPC. You know what I'm saying? I started making beats. We were making beats and I was doing my old rap group, Toxsick. You remember from back in the day then.
This whole world is a toxic wasteland. This whole world is a toxic wasteland.
We needed to pay for studio time to mix down our recordings and stuff. We had all the equipment to record and make beats at the crib. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna record and make beats for people at the crib to raise money to mix my shit in the studio. And it just became a thing. And I was like, damn, I realized it's really easy to make money recording and making beats for people, you know what I'm saying? Even more so than it was being a rapper at that time, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, CDs are going out of style, the internet's taking over, you know what I mean? You know, fucking went from tapes to CDs to digital downloads real fast. I mean, it was a couple decades, but it felt fast, you know, from the artist's perspective. And it's just like, you know, a lot of people out there want to rap and fucking, you know, pursue their passion for this music. And, you know, over the years, I just started working with more and more talented people. Like, I remember back in the days doing it in my mom's basement. Like, it was rough sometimes getting through some of the sessions because, you know what I'm saying, like, some of the people were just developing their skills and stuff. And, like, now, like, when I work in the studio, I feel like I get to work with more talented artists because I'm working in a more, you know what I'm saying, well-known studio. Sketch and John Drama, you know what I'm saying, shout out to my fucking fams. I worked with them a lot when I was over in Troy, and they told me, hey, Meech Solo's doing a collab with E40. I think we're gonna bring him to your studio because, you know what I'm saying, we really like your sound, and you've been showing us a lot of love. So, one day, Sunday comes, E40 pulls up to the studio. We had a fresh paved parking lot. He pulled up 2 orange ass, I think they were like Corvettes or some shit. They had badass cars and shit. And Drama told me, he was like, E40 really talks like that too. It's not just like a gimmick, like he really lives the slang. And for sure, he came in, you know what I'm saying, we were kicking it. He was writing his lyrics and shit. I was chilling, smoking. Me, him, Meech Solo, and John Drama, and Sketch, everybody was in the house. And he's like, all right, tell some stories, you know what I'm saying? So I'd obviously like kind of bragged a little bit about my brother with the ICP shit. So I tell him a story about the gathering, judging the wet t-shirt contest and shit, and like girls had Faggo coming out of their vaginas and stuff. It was like trippy, man. And he was like, he didn't want to really hear that story because I think his son's like a little bit juggalo, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, he wrote his shit, he gets on the mic, he's like, testing, oh, the mic sounds nice, man. So, you know, I had to keep that clip forever, you know what I'm saying? Just use it like he said, my mic sound nice. And then we did a song called Lean Like Your Seat Broke, E40 Meech Solo. I'm sure you could look it up on Spotify or anywhere good music is sold, you know what I mean? But yeah, I did the vocal recording for that session. I actually got to work with him. It was pretty dope.
There's nothing to a boss to get you knocked off. Bitches coming down my desert. I'm fucking her mama, and a ratchet ass cousin. Manish with it, ain't I though? Send the Eskimo to Idaho and make her green dot my dough. Gotta be careful when you're money macking. A lot of my partners down fast got them human trafficking, savage and packaging. I was taught on my side. R.I.P. Big D sold me my first 25. Yes, though, pistol, bullet slicing, dicing.
All right, so this is a dope story. I was, you know what I'm saying, I was with my older brother, you know, Tudo from ICP, and they're recording Down with the Clown for Great Malenko and shit, and he was watching me, and that was my first time ever being in the studio. I just remember them asking about this weird old plate reverb thing they had or something. Mike Clark trying to explain it to him, and like there's a lot of buttons and wires and shit. And I just went in the other room and played Simpsons Pinball. But I always thought the studio was like mad interesting, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at one point though, I just like, I don't know, I remembered thinking, you know, what kind of career would be fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do I want to do with my life? I was like, shit, who do I know that's doing something fresh with their life? You know what I'm saying? I obviously looked up to my big brother, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I want to try this, you know what I'm saying? I could put some shit together, you know? And ever since then, it's been fun for me to just make beats and rap and fucking collab with people. I just dropped an album with my group Chop Shop, God Bless the New World Order. I got a collab with King Gordy on there. My homie Big Sneaks, you know what I'm saying, vibing with me in the studio on the whole album. Sketch is on there. Zebra October is on there. You know what I'm saying? I got a collab coming up with Ashley Weimer, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be dropping soon. Part of working with, you know, my brother's camp, you know what I'm saying, and the Let 'Em Bleed whole project, and that shit charted on the billboards. And I got to produce a track for Bizarre on there. I got to produce for Awesome Dre, one of the first rappers to ever come out of Detroit. I ended up getting cool with Dope Doubler, you know what I'm saying, before he was Big Hoodoo. You know, and so, I mean, all that, when that was going on, that was a magical time in my life for sure, you know what I mean? You know, it was, I felt good about it, and I was making a little bit of money, and you know, and I could brag about, hey, I actually did something with my career, you know what I'm saying? And then Awesome Dre actually liked the stuff I did with him. I'm so much, you know, with that project, I ended up doing a whole nother project with him in my studio when I was at 8 Mile and Evergreen at Crystal Clear Sounds, you know, so.
Reg, forever a champion of the world. Trey Pound in this bitch, chop chop. Don't think just consume, reproduce, obey the rules. They live, we sleep. War is peace, so I keep a peace. When I keep the peace, gotta tame the beast. When I try to figure out why they watch TV and buy the things that we just don't need, with all the money that we just don't have, to impress the people that we just don't like. Me, I just don't believe the hype. The media makes you believe that you need to submit to the fight. When God is your money, do you turn to the light? With everybody trying to put poison in the pipe, and the bills and the pills and the withdrawals crawling up your spine, and they're giving you chills in the middle of the night. So I rip.
My homegirl Ashley Weimer's getting them numbers on SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying? Purple Smoke. Shout out Ashley Weimer. So, like, I remember like when Dave got the guitar, I wanted the piano. So along with the piano, you know, my parents did get me into piano lessons, but I'll be honest, I'd always end up getting high after school and just giving piano lessons after like the first, you know, couple months. In between tours and stuff around like 2009, I started pursuing a degree in sound recording technology. So, you know, at that point, I also started taking a lot of classes for applied piano. You know what I'm saying? And that, I feel like, enhanced my production to like the level that it's at now, to where people really fuck with me, you know what I mean?
To the pounds of hell, no one can break the scale. We the Juggalos, the dig out, the father, ask me to put this flow. I feel the gangster, I follow the black hole. We burn the bitch now, let's come to hot cold. Playing myself trying to make the party stop, but we burn the roof off, so we got no time. We the Juggalos, somebody's getting chopped, so throw your hatchets up. We the chop shop, throw your hatchets up, we them up and down.
I mean, my favorite rapper is Busta Ryhmes, but that would be tough to work with Busta because it would be kind of intimidating. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, damn, punch that shit, son. But yeah, Busta's one of my favorite artists. And, you know, being around, you know, ICP a lot with my brother and shit, I got to be around a lot of really big artists. Like, I got to smoke weed with Bone. That was a blessing. I got to actually open up for Lazy Bone one time on a separate occasion outside of that. But fuck it. The one year Busta Rhymes came to the gathering, and like Busta Rhymes, I'd wanted to see him live, and he didn't show up one time. I don't know, they probably didn't pay him his full deposit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He didn't show up to the time I wanted to see him live, so I'd never seen Busta Rhymes live, and he's like my favorite rapper. And fucking, he's coming to the gathering, you know, I think it was like 2012 or something. And I'm standing there, and Busta Rhymes' bus pulls up like an hour late. Kind of pushed the festival back. You got to for Busta, you know what I'm saying? It's Busta. So we pushed the festival back. Of course, I tried to slide a demo CD of my beats to the bus, and the fucking security guy was like, nope, not even for 50 bucks. And I was like, damn, there's not a chance on earth. So I'm just like, ah. So I'm wandering around, and who's chilling? Ron Jeremy. So, you know, I'm talking to Ron Jeremy, telling him this, you know, I usually don't fucking get all fanboy and mark out for any of the artists that open up and shit, but damn, it's Busta Rhymes. It's like, I need like an autograph or something, the fuck. And Ron Jeremy's like, oh, I know Busta. I did a song with him and Kumo D back in 1980 so I'm like, how does that mean you know Busta if you did a song with Kumo D? He's like, you know, everybody in New York back then was kind of, I'm like, okay. And fucking, he didn't ask him on the way to the stage because he was already mad late or whatever, and they were like dapping up my brother's squad and shit. And then on the way off the stage, dude, Busta killed it, by the way. Like, a lot of rappers have a hard time at the gathering, you know what I'm saying? But Busta, he didn't bring no shit. He fucking had the crowd 100% under control. I got to watch it from the barricades. I was totally impressed, thoroughly and amazed. And just because it was the Juggalos too, like fucking, I don't know, it was great. knew I'd fuck it up. When I was younger, man, we used to wall out. I mean, being on a fucking golf cart with a bunch of fucking naked chicks giving each other shots and doing triple kisses. I don't fucking, and judging the wet t-shirt contest, that was up there too. I wasn't even supposed to judge the wet t-shirt contest. I just went up there with Joey V and it was some raunchy shit. It wasn't even my job, it was Joey V's job, but he said he wouldn't do it unless me and Johnny Dog came up there too. So, you know.
Maybe he's shy.
Shout out to Joey V, that's my guitar player. He does like almost all the guitar you hear on my shit. He's also worked with ICP and Twisted on doing guitar for them, which is pretty dope. He also toured with Zug Island when Mike P wasn't able to. Mike P's back though. Shout out to Mike P. This is my like usual theory for making a beat. I would probably do it, but I don't have a MIDI keyboard set up right now, so I'm not gonna actually make a beat. But usually, in order to make a piece of music, I mean, you could take two approaches. You could either take the music theory, MIDI sequencing approach, I feel like, or you can go with a sample beat and chop up samples and make some trippy shit, you know what I mean? Sometimes I do both and find ways to find a medium where they blend. I did that on Ash Not on the last Chop Shop album. I took a sample of strings and then I also played along with that sample in the same key. So in order to find a fucking key, you gotta know the fucking pattern of the keys. So if you look at all the white keys from C to C, which C is the one before the two black keys on each pattern, it repeats every 12 notes or whatever, or 8 white keys is an octave. If you look at it, it's a whole, 3 holes and a half. Oh wait, it's 2 holes and a half, 3 holes and a half. So you got unison, a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, and a half step. And that's how you make a major scale. But if you want to make a minor scale, you take the 3rd step, you drop it, and then you got Inspector Gadget. But then you got a minor scale. So when you build a beat, you start out with a chord that is based off of the scale. So it's the 1st, 3rd, and 5th note usually of, so if I'm doing C minor, so this was C major, I'm gonna do C minor. You can build a chord progression to start out a beat. So I could do like a 1, a 5, and a 4. And then you got, that sounds like, who made a song with that chord progression? Come on, Bob, you know.
Do it again.
Oh, I didn't start on the right. Oh, that's... I fucked it up. Yes. What is it? I was playing it on a... Anyways, so you could take a chord progression, basically. You take 3 different chords or 4 different chords, put them together, and then you put that down on one layer of the beat. So I might have like... Yeah, that's what I did. Kind of sounds like a familiar chord progression, but I won't put my finger on it. So then I could take that and then I could do another layer in a different instrument and basically like play a melody over it, like something like... And everything will blend together. With a lot of producers and engineers, they skip the music theory route of doing it and just do the sample boom bap way. And I feel like they're missing out on the opportunity for everything to make more sense and have a purpose in music. But you know, I kind of miss also having that mystery in creating the music and not just being able to go to a chord progression or have to look up a frequency or something, you know what I'm saying? I miss that organic part of it. But also, if I didn't know how to find a key signature and a rapper comes in, they want to use auto-tune or they want to sing and they want to pitch correct their voice, and you don't know how to find the key signature of the song, you're not going to be able to pitch correct their voice to the same key signature of the song. And you know, that's a big step that a lot of people, like, I feel like you know, need to open their mind to the music theory a little bit, that's all. It's usually the chord progression, but sometimes I'll start with the drums if I'm feeling to go more of a boom bap direction than a trappy, melodic direction, you know what I mean? Shit, let's whip something up. So I'm gonna do. RoX-TV in the house. That's what I call cooking crack. Just gotta break that shit down. Now we can get rid of the clicky noise. After this, we're gonna go smoke a blunt. We're gonna feel pretty accomplished.
Rockhill Sound, Tre Pounds, RoX-TV. Learn how to make a beat for free today, people. Enjoyed this video from
RoX-TV.com.
Make sure you follow RoX-TV on Facebook and YouTube. If it's underground, we're there.